morning, students. Today discuss about the topic is what is protocol. So the protocol is nothing but it is a formatted the peer layers communicated by formatted blocks of data that they obey a set of rules or conventions known as protocol. So the protocol main purpose is, so if consider for example transfer a data or a file to computers, there must be data path between the two computers either directly or we are communication the network. Typically the following the perform the rules. So first one, so the source system must either activate the direct data communication path or the inform the communication network of the identity of the desired destination system. Now the second one is the source system must destination system prepared to receive the data. So here whatever you send the source system data, the destination is ready to prepare the receiving data. And third one, the file transfer application on the source system must the file management program on the destination system is prepared and to accept the store file for the particular user. The two systems are different. One or other system must perform the formatted translation functions. Now a single module, the task is broken into the subtasks. So normally we are given the some single information or single data, it can be divided into parts, and each of is implemented separately. So in the protocol architecture, the modules to arrange it a vertical stack. So like vertical means horizontal or vertical stack. Stack is means that is it is arranging the last in first out concept. So here the each layer of the stack performs a related subsets. These functions required to communicate to another systems. So now the second layer to perform the primitive functions and those functions previous functions. So this is totally this process is called a layer functions, and means it is communications achieved by the corresponding communications achieved by the corresponding, that means called a peer. So peer, P-E-A-R, peer, the layers of two systems communicate is nothing but a peer. So here the peer layers communicated formatted blocks of data that obey the rules or conventions known as a protocol. So here the protocol systems majorly, and one more, the protocol systems it can be communicated so between different types of the entities also. So now a good communication occur, the entities must agree on protocol. So now the final definition of the a protocol is nothing but a protocol is a set of rules the governing the data communications. So how to communicate it is a protocol. The key elements of a protocol is communicated, and majorly it is one is the communicated the protocols majorly the elements, key elements in the protocol. The first one is nothing but so it is first one is the syntax, and the second one is the semantics, and third one is the timings, and fourth one is the presented. Okay, so now here the first one is the syntax, and second one is the key element semantics, and third one is the timing, and fourth one is the presented. Now what is mean by syntax? Syntax means it is a structure or a format of data, structure or a format of data. So means which they order in which they are, in which they are order. So for example a simple protocol expect normally the data is can be converted in the system automatically digital bits. So here now the protocol, simple protocol is, so the first 8 bits of data address sender, and the second 8 bits of the address of the receiver, the rest of the stream to be message itself. So this means ఏంటంటే, so the first 8 bits of the data address అనేది సెండర్కి సెండ్ చేశాడు, and the second 8 bits to the address of the receiver. The rest of the stream is to to be the itself. Okay. Now the semantic. So and the semantic means the next one, second one is the semantics. So semantics means the word, it is a word, semantics means a section of bits. So how is a particular pattern to be interpreted, and what are the actions is to be taken on the interpretation. So for example, if we does an address identify the route to be taken the final destination of the message. So normally the identify the address route and it taken or the final destination of the message. Okay. The next one is the timing. So timing means the next one is the timing. So the timing. So here the timing refers to characteristics when the data should be sent, how the first they can be sent. How they first they can be sent. For example, if we sender produce the 100 Mbps data, but the receiver can process data is only 1 Mbps. So this transmission will be overloaded and there receiving some data will be lost. So simply example, whatever you the sender in sending the data is 100 Mbps, but the receiver is taken only 1 Mbps speed. Just like in the we are given the in the organizations, the BS, for example, we take the BSNL, it give the sender Mbps is the 100 Mbps, but in organizations they are receiving only 5 Mbps or 10 Mbps. So because of the their routes lines are the very busy, that is called the timing. And next one is nothing but the presented. So presented is nothing but this is the optional. So in the presented, it creating a maintaining open competitive equipments. Internally the data is communicated and processing. This is called presented. So normally the protocols being majorly depend the key elements is the one is the syntax and second one is the semantics and next one is the timing and fourth one is the presented. So these four depends totally protocol. Once again, the protocol is nothing but it is the rules of the governing of the communication and how to communicate between the two nodes or two entities or two systems, two parties also. That is called a protocol. Okay. So this one is a protocol. Now next we discuss about the architecture of OSI, architecture of the OSI model. So what is meant by OSI model? So this is the most important topic in the exam point of view. So this OSI model NT. So what is OSI model? So normally the OSI model means this is a open system interconnection model, open system interface model. So this open system interface model, it is proposed by ISO. So open system interface model is proposed by ISO. The ISO is nothing but International Standard Organization. So ISO certified. So this is called International Standard Organization. So normally, actually, what is open system interface? The open system interface is nothing but a network architecture. So this network architecture means why? Because we are using the OSI, the set of rules governing exchanging the information is easily and reliable and secure way. Let the open system model, it is the most powerful model to establish the open communication system. Two systems, open communication system, two systems. Okay. So it is a network architecture. It exact service and protocol depends on the protocols of each layers, and it simplified tells what each layer should do by defining its input and output of data. And the network architecture, the implement the layers according to their needs and sources available. Totally the network OSI model, totally 7 layers are there. One layer is the physical layer and second layer is the data link layer and third one is the network layer and fourth one is the transport layer, fifth one is the session layer and sixth one is the presentation layer and the seventh one is the application layer. So this is called open system interface model. Totally 7 layers are there. These 7 layers are the automatically it is a network architecture. The architecture is this open system interface architecture is Here we are using the open system architecture. This is the layers, the 7 layers. One is from down to up. So host A, host B. So normally host A is nothing but two parties, that is one system, or host B is the second system, or this host A is one entity and this one is another entity, or this host A is nothing but one party and host B is the another party, or host A is one mobile కావచ్చు and host B another mobile కావచ్చు. ఇక్కడ totally down to up. So the first layer is the physical layer and data link layer and network layer and transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application. These all are the layers. From the same sender and receiver also 7 layers are there. These totally, so we are using the first one is the application physical layer. In this physical layer, routers are there, internal routers and protocols there. So and this is a communication subnet boundary, and here the communication subnet boundary, the network layer host to router protocol. So this is called host to router protocol means, so like example, the host is the sender and the router is nothing but we are using the device. The device is nothing but a transmission system. So this total part is the transmission system. So now the transport layer and a session protocol layer and a presentation protocol layer and application protocol layer. So here name of the unit and exchanged. Okay, so now let's we take a first layer is nothing but a physical layer. What is use of the physical layer? The physical layer is the first layer and it connects the two systems that need to communicate it. The physical layer is the physical layer is automatically it is connects two systems that need to communicate, and this means the transmits the data in bits, the transmit the data in bits and manage the simplex or duplex transmission by modem. Okay, the transmission, the managing simplex or duplex transmission modem. The simplex and duplex models we can discuss about the latter. Now in this physical layer, it is called a network interface called interface hardware to the network, like cabling or the cable terminators or topography or voltage levels. In the physical layer, the main purpose is we are using the cabling or cable terminators like crimpings, punchings, and next topography and voltage levels, etc. This is one is the physical layer. Automatically in this connected two systems and communicate, and this is exchange the bits. The first one is the physical layer. Now next one is the data link layer. So this data link layer, it assembles the datagrams into frames and adds the start and stop of the flags to each frame. So you know the flags in this communication systems, you know the flags. Communication system flags are there. Here in the data link layer, it starts and add the flags each frame, and it also resolves problems caused by damage or lost or duplicate frames. If any frames are duplicated, it is resolved in this data link layer. Okay, now the network layer. Now in this network layer, so this is a network layer. It is concerned to routings and switching and control flow of information between the workstations. In this network layer, majorly the purpose is it is whatever you are send the data, it completely it communicating and routing and controlling flow of data completely depends on this network layer. These majorly these three layers are the most important, that is named as a communication subnet boundary. In this communication subnet boundary, one physical layer is the data can be converted into bits, and second one is that the data can be converted into the frames, and third one the network layer, it is controlling the and routing and switching, and if any data is controlling flow, this is the network layer. This total part is the network layer host root protocol or data link layer host root protocol. And next next one is the transport layer, or what is mean by transport layer? The transport layer, it is a completely a file is in its own form. The transport layer in the breaks its own data into frames and providing error checking and network segment levels, and next a fast host from overrunning a slower one. In this transport layer, it majorly it using this hardware purpose. So in this hardware, it check the network level segments, and next next network level segments and signals. Next one host running. This is the transport layer major purpose. Okay, next one is the session layer. In this session layer, responsible for establishing a sessions between the workstations. it wants to exchange the data. So now after before completing the transmitter layer, the session layer normally whatever you send data, it is sending the workstations one station to another station, and the workstations is nothing but is a transmissions systems, or this nothing but is a server rooms. Okay, that is called the workstations, that is using in the session layers and exchanging the data in the one workstation to another workstation's session layer. Now next one is the presentation layer. In this presentation layer, it concerns the correct representation of data. That is nothing but in the previous protocol we discussed the syntax and semantics of information. So it controls the 5 levels of security and the converting data to network standards. The presentation layer, it is a completely representation of the data that is like a syntax or semantics, and it is controlling the levels of security also, and it converting the data into network standards. Okay, now the final layer was nothing but is the application layer. The topmost layer of this one is the application layer. It responding the sending application request by the user to the lower layer levels. Typically it includes a transfer the files like email, remote login, or data entry exchange. So in this application layer, the final level, the topmost layer, and this includes the it transfer the emails or Gmails or remote logins and data entry. So this is totally, so not totally the total 7 layers. So first layer is the physical layer, it converted bits. Next one is the frames, and this packets is totally controlled into the hardware part, and this is a transport layer also nothing but this transport layer also, it is the file it wants from it down into the frames, and network segment levels it control the network segments and errors also. Next the session layers also, it means the data exchange one workstation to another workstation. Now the presentation layer is nothing but a totally, it is responsible for the converting data to network stations. Now the final, the topmost layer is the application layer. This application layer includes the transfer the emails, and the next one is the remote logins and the data exchanges. So for in this network layer is the when the system wants to share the data another workstation or sending a request over the network, it received by the application layer. Over the network it received by the application layer, and data then proceeds to lower than the processing till it reaches the physical layer. It reaches the physical layer. Okay, when a system wants to share the data another workstation, normally in the physical layer, the data is actually transferred and received by the physical layer of the destination workstation. The data proceeds to upper layers. The data proceeds to upper layers after processing it till reach the application layer. Okay, the application layer of data or request to share. The application layer or data request to share. Each layer has opposite functions for source and destination workstations. If for example a data link layer, of the source workstation and start and stop flags to the frames, but the same layer of the destination workstations will be remove the start and stop flags from the frames. So simple logic, whatever you in the sender, all layers, 7 layers are if any data link layer or network layer. In this for example we are take the example data link layer. In this data link layer we are using the flags. These flags, if any stop the sender, automatically the receiver also it is stop the 8 flags. So this is the total OSI model. This OSI model, open system interface model. So in this open system interface model, so normally, okay, fine. Now let's discuss about the next topic we discuss later.